Okay, so it seems like Wuthering Waves has finally dropped their trailer for Augusta, the Resonator Showcase, so let's take a look at this and see what it's all about. I'm very excited for this one, as she's been a very, very hyped up character recently. Okay, let's go.
There was once a rough lump of iron, dull, forsaken, buried in scorched soil.
Oh, damn, okay.
Until freed.
She just took that on herself.
And grime.
Ooh, this one feels more cinematic. I don't know about you.
A sharp blade slumbered within, awaiting the trial of fire.
Damn.
Hammered and pounded. Purged of impurity, thus its steely frame was forged. Now awakened, a blade cutting through all. Yet, it was honed to achieve more.
Yeah. Is she using, I think that's the sword that she's got as well.
It yearned not bloodshed,
The signature sword,
but to carve a path none had walked before. Behind high walls, glory has long decayed.
Damn. A little bit like a backstory,
the victorious couldn't escape the sting of corruption.
Oh, they're not happy about it doing good, huh?
With unshakable resolve, the blade feared no storm or flame.
Damn.
Maelstroms engulfed its frame. Fire scorched its crossguard.
He didn't even get a hit in.
Yet it rose above blood and sand, breaking every shackle.
This music's great. Like this.
Through countless battlefields, baptized in the dust of strife.
That's just like, what do you call that? Like, unlimited blade works. It looks like Archer's thing, what the hell?
For this moment.
That's so cool. Bro, it's literally Archer's thing, bro. Except she's making like one whole sword. That's so cool. Yo, you get the lightning power. That's insane. Ooh, let's try this dude again.
Alas, the glorious crown favors no place. As rage from the heavens pours,
we got some flying.
even the keenest steel is doomed to rust in the tempest. Blade shattered, luster lost. No longer swift, no longer sharp, dragged down by its own weight.
Smart.
Heavy in hand, blunt against foe.
Oh, it's just the wolf at the beginning.
There was once a rough lump of iron, abandoned in mud and mire.
Get the sword.
When the burning valor of its past kindled its silent furnace.
Oh. That's so scary, what the hell?
The sharp blade within was ready.
Bro.
And so,
That's
once the scrap
crazy.
ignored by all,
So
now
graphic.
it strikes at the throne. The once rough iron is now the true ruler's sword.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did the animation again. Yo, they did the animation to Wuthering Waves
And should the
again.
tide of fate stir once more,
I love that animation, bro.
she will raise this sword and blaze through the
There we
night
go. We got
as
current
the eternal
Augusta.
sun.
Oh yeah, that was insane, bro. That was a really, really good, solid trailer. I think honestly, there was some really cool parts about it. I really liked, obviously it gives us a little bit of a backstory behind her before we kind of get into the quest, which I think is very, very nice. It gives us a little bit of context on who she is and how she's even gotten there in the first place. And obviously, Augusta is just a cool character in general. I feel like, she has that kind of leader type vibe. Obviously we know that she's a leader, but I mean, she actually like feels like a leader, which is something sometimes you don't get with some characters. So honestly, I think that is sick too. And I love obviously that, heal thing that we saw with all of the swords, bro. That's gotta be an intentional Fate reference, right? Surely, 100%. But I really like the fact that like all of the swords that she is kind of collected from offering people has all been collected into one big sword, which I think is pretty sick, especially going into obviously people pulling her signature weapon. Obviously it gives it a little bit more, I guess, like background. It gives it more of a reason to pull for it, because it is pretty sick. It's all of like the swords of her enemies all into one big sword, which I think is insane, which then obviously she then used to take down this dude again. I forgot what his name is, but we all know who he is from the story before that we fought him. And so again, obviously very, very cool. I like that. But yeah, it had some really strong cinematic kind of, I guess, vibes to it. I mean, compared to some of the other ones, we've had a lot of trailers now, and we got to see how much Wuthering Waves can kind of differentiate between different characters and stuff in terms of their style. Obviously some are more like I guess funny, some are more obviously artistic, and this one seemed like a film. This one didn't seem like just another trailer where obviously it's still good. Like all of the trailers are really, really good, but I think that this one seemed more cinematic and more film-like in terms of the music, in terms of how they kind of laid things out. Then I thought that was a pretty cool aspect to it. Now, obviously, I don't know if that has any meaning to Augusta as a character herself, but I did like the fact that they did kind of frame it in that way, because it does paint her as a very important character in the story, which I think is nice. Now, obviously, in terms of me pulling for Augusta, will I be pulling for her? I think I might be. I think, she's a pretty cool character, so I will probably end up pulling for her. But again, there is coming up straight after this banner, so I might have to be a little bit careful with that kind of stuff. So again, we'll have to just wait and see if anything kind of happens with that. But yeah, honestly, she looks all in all a really good character in terms of lore. Obviously, we've seen her combat and a lot of her gameplay, so obviously she's going to be pretty good in terms of actual gameplay and damage and just kind of doing well for your team as well. So I think she's a pretty good all-rounded character, especially if you need a character like that. Obviously I'm talking about if I want her. To be honest, I've got most of the characters in the game, so I probably don't need her. But if you are a new player or you haven't had many characters, whatever, I think Augusta would be a very good one, especially if you're looking for, I think, a damage unit. I'm pretty sure that's what she's going to be. So again, obviously, yeah, a very, very good trailer. I really, really enjoyed it. Wuthering Waves keeps on cooking with this, because again, I don't know what they do with these trailers, but who they've got working on them, but they do a really, really good job. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also go to Game Up, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.